Since the very beginning in Dubai Autodrome, it's been a testing ground of all the GT Academy graduates. It's here that the graduates of the 2014 class will, within months of training, turn that into practice. And since 2006, 24 Hours of Dubai has been one of the world's biggest race meets, and they must fight for a place on the grid in this, their first 24-hour race. The pressure is now on. This week on GT Academy Masterclass, the rookies have arrived in Dubai for their first 24-hour race, the final component of their driver development program. Florian Strauss will join the 4 rookies in the car and will share his winning experience after taking the top spot in class at last year's race. They will learn about the art of endurance racing and take on qualifying. But first, it's the rookies' first and final testing on the track at the Dubai Autodrome. The GT Academy rookies take to the track for some valuable testing time, and the RJN team will be working on the setup of the car.
Yeah, we are here at Dubai for the private testing for the 24 hours of Dubai. So it's the first time in the GT3 on the track.
Yeah, testing's a hugely important part of racing. You know, you've got to get the car set up right for the race that lies ahead. So the mechanics and the team are all fine-tuning the car to make sure it can last and survive the 24 hours with the optimum setup on the car.
The 24 Hours of Dubai is taking place on the Grand Prix circuit of 5.39 kilometers.
The track here in Dubai is a fantastic facility, great circuit to race on. And the good thing about this circuit is you've got lots of runoffs, so if you do make a small mistake, you generally get away with it. You know, it's not like gravel traps.
I really like the track. It has 2 high-speed corners and very technical parts.
So it's quite difficult because we are sometimes oversteer in the high-speed corners.
This year, the rookie drivers have the challenge of stepping up to the powerful GT-R GT3.
Well, this is the first time we've run the GT-R in Dubai, so we didn't know how it was going to be, but it's looking like it suits the track very well.
The car's around about 10 seconds per lap quicker. So the loading curve that they've had to this point has been much steeper, and so that's a great challenge.
Testing time is very valuable. They need to make the most of it.
Yeah, with 5 drivers in the car, testing's going to be limited. You know, we've got a 4-hour test today, but that only equates to around about 10 laps each. So it's a big ask, but the guys are doing pretty well so far.
Late inclusion, Florian Strauss is the pro driver in the car. The rookies have been watching him closely.
It's very useful for the other 4 to have a pro driver that's experienced the circuit, who knows exactly, you know, the lines to take. So when we review the video V-Box data, we can speed up their learning curve. So it's, you know, it's absolutely crucial to have a good pro in the car.
Coming up to a slower car, how you end it, maybe back off a little bit before the braking, so you get a good run out of the turn and can pass him. Yeah, you have to be really aware. But the car looks fine so far, and now it's up to all the drivers to get comfortable with the car and familiarize the track and, yeah, get up to speed.
Testing session over. Team Principal Bob and the drivers are happy with the day's events.
Today was such an important session to get decent testing for them, decent mileage, decent car data, fuel consumption, all the normal things. Pretty happy with my performance until now.
Well, the rookies have ample experience across the United Kingdom in club sprint races. The lack of endurance racing knowledge is something else. 2 types of racing differ greatly in terms of handling, but also in terms of strategy.
In a sprint race, you are focused from the start to be the fastest on track, to don't care about the tires, to don't care about the fuel consumption, to don't care about the mechanicals of the car.
The endurance side of things, you learn how to manage a race. You settle down into, it's not to say that you're not flat out, but it's a different type of flat out. You're not ballistic, you're not over the curbs like on the car on 2 wheels.
When you've got 24 hours of racing ahead of you, you've got to look after the car, you know, be kind on the brakes, be gentle on the gears, look after the engine, because to finish on the podium, first you've got to finish, and that's no easy task.
With a record 95 cars on track for the 10th edition of the 24 Hours of Dubai, the drivers must keep contact to a minimum.
The main problem is damage. You don't take care, clip, damage, you're in the box for 20 minutes.
The rookies will be looking to avoid damage, particularly in the traffic at the first corner.
You have to keep calm in the start of the race. You never win a race in the first corner, so you have to take a lot more easier than in a sprint race.
It's vital the car can hold out for the whole 24 hours.
A lot of the components are replaced with new or rebuilt items. It's got a freshly rebuilt engine, freshly rebuilt gearbox, brand new drive shafts, brand new wheel bearings, new brakes. Certainly different preparation to club racing. Even the Blancpain 3-hour races, you generally got a gearbox and engine in there that have already done kilometres. But with a 24-hour race, you have to start with 0-kilometre components to make sure they'll last the full race.
The rookies must not overdrive the GT-R if they want peak performance for as long as possible.
You have to think more mechanically sympathetic to the car, but you still have to find a way to drive the car as fast as possible.
Also, if you are really too fast at the beginning of the stint, you can end up losing a lot of seconds per lap because of the tire degradation. It's more strategy, it's more intelligent racing, it's more consistent racing.
Time then to assess their race strategy.
We have to calculate whether saving a pit stop over the 24-hour is quicker than going flat out for 24 hours.
If you stop 1 lap or 2 laps after because you did a really good fuel consumption or fuel economy, you can make a really big difference at the end of the race in an endurance race.
The rookies will be looking to the more experienced Florian Strauss for advice in their first international 24-hour race.
Yeah, Florian is joining us today. I find him really cool. He's really easygoing.
Florian is only a year ahead of the current rookies, but has experience from his first year of racing.
Florian's had to step up to the role of pro driver for the first time.
I started here almost exactly 1 year ago, and of course we did 24 hours racing at Spa in the Blancpain Endurance Series.
He's had a lot of time in the GT-R, GT3.
I checked my lap times with him. I did a really good job.
He's been a rookie himself, so he knows how they're feeling.
So excited to be in a big international race for the first time, and of course you want to perform best you can. You're concerned about anything for the race?
Yeah, just about traffic. It's quite a lot with 94 cars.
It will be very busy. Last year we had 60 cars only. Now it's 95. It's a very short track for that many cars, so it will always be busy for us. And yeah, you have to be really aware.
So you know how to manage this type of race. Good tips he gives to us. So
He's teaching us a lot. He comes to you, he talks, so it's a very helpful guy.
The rookie drivers have proven that they are fast, but they need to show consistency.
Most important for the 24 hours is really to manage your energy. If we go in the night for double stints, it's really important to not drive from the beginning like really on the edge, so to pace yourself a little bit.
The GT Academy team head into qualifying, contesting the A6 class.
we compete in the A6 class in Pro-Am. The A6 class is GT3 cars.
So to compete in the Pro-Am section of the A6 class, the team must not lap faster than 2 minutes 4.
If we would go under the 204, we would go into the Pro class, which means we don't have a minimum lap time anymore, and we have to compete against more experienced guys.
They have some assistance to keep over this time.
They've got a race logic timer in the car which gives them a delta time, so they can see on their lap at any given point whether they're up or down on that 2 minutes 4, so they can hopefully adjust their pace accordingly, so they come in as close to it as possible.
Florian sets out first in qualifying, and in his lap sets a red-hot time.
I was a little bit surprised in the end, because on the dash there was a 4.1 coming up, but then just heard from Jeff that it was really close to 4.0, so I had to brake a little bit before the start-finish line, and we was 9 thousandths above. It looks like we get the first Pro-Am.
Florian's time confirms Team RGN will start P1 in ahead of class for the Dubai 24.
It's a good feeling to be the first rookies to compete GT3 at Dubai in GT3.
We are living our dream, really, racing in the 24 hours of Dubai, and the best thing is to race from the top class. It's really, really amazing.
Only 4 months ago, they'd never driven really on a racetrack properly at all, so it's, yeah, I guess a proud moment. We've taken them from that very early stage. We worked them through much lower classes and categories back in the UK, working towards this, and they're all doing a great job now, which is fantastic for us.
It's a credit to their hard work.
The driving development program from Nissan is definitely working now. He improved a lot each year. We get the more advanced program we never get before. So this is why we race already in GT3.
And to finish off, they must drive some flying laps in night practice.
Hopefully it goes well. It's a good experience. Just there's a lot of cars on track, so I think just getting your 2 time laps in, you know what I mean, smooth and consistent.
In tomorrow's race, the rookies will compete for over 12 hours in the dark. Coming up next week, this is the biggest day of the GT Academy rookies' short racing careers. Bob and his team share their strategy for the endurance race, and we follow the rookies' progress as they start 24 hours in Dubai in the top spot in their A6 Pro-Am class.